Hello and welcome back to my page. You're very welcome here. So I went up to the Cork and Kerry under 20 round robin championship match with my boy on Thursday. We met my dad for a pint, an old Beamish and a pack of potatoes. Harv had 2 oranges and a pack of potatoes, and then we headed to the church. We got in nice and early. Harvey wanted a hamburger, and to be honest, so did I. I didn't honestly know much about these 2 teams, except that Cork were featuring one of the senior players, a young man from West Cork, wearing number 14. And that was to the extent that I knew. I genuinely wasn't expecting Cork to win, just going on tradition, and the first exchanges of this game didn't fill me with much confidence either. Kerry, particularly number 14, were excellent and all over it, and they raced into a 3-point lead. Now there was a fair few wides in this game, I will say that. That's a wide. There was one wide before it. And conditions were grand, there was a lot of poor possession. I think it changed for Cork here with this number 2 here. Brilliant hand tackle. Cork got their blood up then after that. And very quickly showed that they could play a bit of football, Nice score there. This is my Conversations with Cornelius magic match moment. Number 14 winning it and doing it all himself, and he was off to a flyer, and I was excited to see how it would go. And Cork weren't immune for putting the ball wide either. This young fella then started going on about my grey hair, which was annoying, but he's right. Lots of little individual battles going on around the pitch, and it was turning into a bit of a competitive match. And it's 3 points all at this stage. It's 3-2 at this stage, and number 14 wins a free here, and we put it over. But then I think he hurt his hamstring. He had to be taken off, and then that's when I was thinking to myself, we've no hope now. Jesus Christ, our best player is taken off. And there's another wide by us. And Kerry were physical, but we were physical too. But we just couldn't seem to get the ball over the bar. Now, our defence was insane, putting serious pressure on the Kerry forwards when they came in. But they too didn't have their eye in, and there was a lot of chances that just went wide. Both sides. Half-time came. 3 each. Listen to my podcast, Conversations with Cornelius. I have some brilliant guests on it. Kieran Carey, the Limerick hurler, Colin O'Neill, Rob Heffernan, lots of comedians, lots of actors. It's great crack. It's a lot of fun to listen to Conversations with Cornelius. Second half went underway, and we got a 2-pointer off the just right off the start, and I just caught the back end of it, which, if you think about it, was huge in the context of the game, because it was only 3-3 at half time. So that put us up 5-3, and we came out flying. It was like these lads had something to prove that, we're playing Kerry. No one's given us much of a chance in this game, and now our star forward has been taken off, and we're even giving less of a chance. It kind of buoyed us on, and that was another score there that put us up 6-3. But sure, let's look. Kerry aren't going to go away anywhere, and number 14 was, he really was their star forward. He was marshalled reasonably well, but it's hard sometimes when you're on someone who's absolutely class, and he is and was absolutely class. Lots of endeavour, but the ball broke down, and there was nothing between these 2 teams at all, actually, as it turned out. Kerry chipping their way back into the game, and the movement on the bench. But Cork's kick passing was sensational. We really were kicking the ball very well. Look at this. And it finds the man perfectly. And we were winning the ball. We were out front winning the ball. We won a 45. Our goalkeeper came up and he hit it, and I'd say if the goal was another 5 or 10 yards back, it would have gone over the bar. We were doing well in midfield, as you can see here. but there was still a lot of wides, and Kerry were putting a lot of pressure on us as well. Look, to be fair, as I said, there wasn't much between these two teams, as it turned out. And yeah, but we're in the lead going into the final furlong, as they say. This is the young fella that I was talking about. He created the space, he took the shot, he was a handful. And they were coming down, and I was starting to get nervous. I was like, we've seen this before, you know. We don't want any moral victory. That's another 2 points clawed back. And I was getting a bad feeling in my tummy, boys and girls. And the blood was up for Kerry, and they were just coming down against us. But we weren't finished. We were far from finished, and we had our own chances here as well. Up and over the bar. I was getting excited. I was like, is this going to happen? Is this going to happen? And then you need a bit of luck, and Kerry's luck was just a little bit out. But then we had a goal chance here. You know, you got to take your chances. We're only up a point now at this stage, but it comes out for a 2-pointer, and from downtown, over the bar, Sus and Spare, Coolini Ma, I'm over the moon. My young fella can't believe it, a 2-pointer. The pressure is on now for Kunte Kerry. This is only a round robin. There will be bigger fish to fry. These two teams could meet again. I wouldn't be writing Kerry off. Write them off at your peril. But look at the fight and the endeavour from the Cork boys here. Absolutely gripping stuff. You know, look at this tenacity. Never say die. The management had these boys bursting out of the seams. But Kerry have class. They weren't giving up. And that put the bare minimum between them, and here we go, a goal chance, fisted away. Sorry, there was 2 points between them actually at this stage. But then a little bit of too aggressive here. You know, you still have to be aggressive, but a little bit too aggressive, and then number 14 puts the bare minimum between us. And we're into the last embers of the game. Really and truly, it is shit or get off the pot, as they say. They need to get some sort of an opportunity here. Fashion a shot, but no. I know it's only the round robin. It's still the championship. It's still Kerry. It's never easy beating Kerry. You got to take the wins in life. You got to be positive about things. Unbelievable day out with my boy. One for the memory. I had a great time. Thank you so much. Like, share and subscribe and all that jazz, and maybe one day we'll get